Last week, folks in the yard gathered around for a little show. We set off an old life raft to see if it would actually still inflate. And it did. But we couldn't inflate it and not get in it, right? This week, you'll see if it actually floats. And I get into a huge project of making my own Dodger, as our old one was starting to look a little rough. I had very little experience sewing before, but do you think I did okay? We are Liz and Rui, sailing on a 1982 Cal 39. Join us each week as we sail into the unknown and see what amazing things can happen when we let go of the mustn'ts and believe in the power of adventure.
This looks promising.
It's floating. That's a good thing.
And it's rigged. I like whoever rigged it. It did us a real favor.
That was Gary was talking.
Nice.
Gary was talking about it.
Well, the problem with them is it's 14 years old. The seams may come apart.
Yeah.
Water is a good indication that something is already leaking, and at which point you guys are going to go for a swim. So make sure you don't have anything on you that cannot get wet.
Right. So the floor isn't as steady, obviously. I guess it's been packed in the box, so it's a little wobbly on the floor and a little leaky. I just couldn't imagine sitting in this forever. Hopefully, if like somebody had to use one of these, like you could just get pulled out. Nobody else coming in? Gary coming in? So you guys. Cheers. So going in a life raft.
Cheers, good luck.
Cheers.
Please don't make us swim. Do our best. We'll make us swim.
Have a night.
Oh, this feels good.
I know, right? This is actually really nice, right?
No responsibilities.
I know.
Hopefully no tuna boats. So, We're definitely losing seams. One of those just floated away.
Well, there was stuff holding the line underneath, and they were just...
Oh, should we rip it off? What is it seam for?
I hope it's not holding the bottom on.
This is falling apart a little bit.
See, but we're learning things. Yesterday we were all saying, oh, 20 years over, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
Imagine being in heavy seas and seeing this. Being like, no!
Right?
It was a lot more swell than
Yeah, it was fine for like the first 2 hours.
around corner.
Yeah. And this ain't a bad ride.
Handled it quite well.
Yeah.
This is how you take 12 people out for a sunset dinghy ride. You have the mother-in-law dinghy in the back.
We definitely lost some seams.
We're like,
You're going to show us all how you managed to climb back into the raft, because when you launch these things, you have to go in the water.
Is somebody-
Yeah, that's
is somebody
fair.
filming this? Liz is gonna need this for her channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a tan right now, so.
Okay.
Can this go in the water?
It's a GoPro.
Not that.
It's like 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Is it cold?
Yeah. It's
Cool.
not. It's not like it's. I mean, it's cold for like Caribbean, but not cold for. This is how you get in the life raft when you drowning.
Wow. That's how you get in the life raft.
Got it.
You're a badass, dude. Hell yeah.
That was fun. I wanted. Oh, it's salty. Sorry, I was like, oh. Have a towel. Thanks.
I see you.
Wow.
Look at that.
Now we all look like a bunch of sissies.
Wusses, yeah.
Who's next?
Well, I didn't bring my towel.
All right, here, hold this.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, you do it. You don't have a towel. Are you gonna take your pants off?
Shallow. I don't think so. I'm naked under these pants.
Okay, well, don't take your pants off.
Yeah.
I vote for that.
Yeah.
You do have a leather belt on you might want to get rid of.
That off. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
You know a place to get these in, right? Yeah, I did. We did that before we left.
Good.
Sure.
Do that? Yeah.
Travis did jump into the water too, but my camera cut off. Sorry, Travis, but you were a good sport too. Glad I wasn't the only crazy one to go for a swim.
All right, so today is starting to make the Dodger. So it's my first attempt at doing this. Watched a couple of videos. Luckily, it's a little bit easier for me since I already had a Dodger. So I kind of have the layout and I know what I want to adjust because some of this Dodger has shrunk over time. But I'm hoping it'll be pretty simple. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we took the old Dodger off the boat and I have some markings as to where I need to extend it. And I think the only panel I really need to extend is the main top panel. That's the plan at least. So cross our fingers, see how it goes. But I'm gonna start taking it apart.
It's lovely to have this lounge upstairs for big projects. It proved to be quite useful while taking apart the old Dodger and spreading out the Sunbrella to cut for the new one.
Gone ahead and finished taking out the stitches of the top part of the Dodger. So now I'm going to go ahead and kind of trace an outline around it. I have the measurements where I wanted to make the Dodger top a little bit bigger. So I'm just marking around the Dodger, then I'll draw a line, and it looks like I'll cut. So I'm here today again in the nice Cruisers Lounge here in Cabrales, and I started taking apart the Dodger this morning. The sun kind of made them that color. Years and years of just sun shining on them doesn't do good. So when I redo the Dodger, I'm also going to make covers, so we won't have the same damage. But yeah, so I'm going to start with the 3 panels in the front. And starting to cut them out. Got some strata glass, and it's so clear. Like, I'm so stoked. I can't wait to be able to see through that on the boat. But I got it from this great shop in I think they're in Mississippi. I'll put the link down below. But they were amazing and such better prices than Cyrrent, and the customer service was fantastic. So anyway, yep, so we're going to start making the new Dodger. This is a very daunting task for me. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
So it turned out my machine was not up to the task of sewing the new strata glass and the layers of Sunbrella. It did do the center panel, but then decided it couldn't do the rest. So in order to save time and a machine, we took it to a local guy who did a great job of sewing the glass pieces for us. It was a defeat for me, but now looking back, I am glad we did that, or else I wouldn't have a machine to finish this project.
Alright, so it's day 2 of sewing. Came out here to the sunlight. It's nice and warm outside, so working outside. Got a nice little setup out here. Cut all the pieces yesterday, and I think I got it pretty right. Spent a long time cutting and measuring. It took me about like 7 hours. But gone ahead and sewn the first 2 pieces together, and the sewing machine is working great, so carry on. But I'm going to do as much as I can today. I ordered the binding tape, which I forgot, so that should be here in a couple days. But until then, I'm just going to get as much done as possible today.
Cutting the pieces in the lounge was great, and having the outdoor sewing table was lovely too. But oddly enough, even despite the lack of space, I found sewing together the Dodger in the boat the most comfortable for my back. So this is where most of the work was completed.
Alright, so the Dodger is coming along. I've sewn all the pieces together. I am not an expert on how to do this, which is why I'm not doing a step-by-step. But basically I'm just kind of copying the old Dodger and just making it a little bit bigger. So we've done a lot of test measurements on here on our frames for the Dodger, and I just sewed on the first zipper. Still waiting for some parts, some pieces to come, which hopefully will be here tomorrow or the next day. But I'm just doing as much as I can right now. So we're just going to go ahead and test it again now that one of the zippers on for the forward frame bar. So let's see how this goes. Zip it on.
Zip it on now.
Well, let me do this. Oh. Hey.
Should I hold it up or you zip it?
Yeah, that'd be easier. Well, the zipper works wonderfully. That's good. And then pull it back on the other bar?
Yeah, I gotta loosen it off.
All right.
Yeah, that looks really good, baby.
All right, hang on. Let me go get some clamps.
Yep.
You got it?
I got it.
That fits there. That's good. Okay. Woo! I'm happy. I think it fits. I mean, like I said, we did lots of testing with it, but that goes around here. So actually, I think. Oh no, that's right. Okay, yeah. So I gotta, when I put the edge along here, you get the buttons there. And then for this, I could probably do this part now. And I was gonna use that.
You can definitely do this part here, I would say, strictly because then you can measure what piece you need to go between the two.
Yeah,
Whether it's a little bit smaller, I would maximize the fabric you have here.
exactly.
And then this one could be slightly smaller.
Yeah, I'm happy actually with that being smaller,
Yeah.
so it doesn't sag as much.
Right.
But yeah,
And until you get the front put on,
yeah,
you don't even know where this is going to sit.
exactly. Yeah, so
Because this can sit anywhere.
I still have to
between
wait
this.
for, again, all the edging to come.
Right.
But
But it looks really good. Good job, baby.
thank you.
She has turned into a seamstress.
I don't know about that, but I'm just trying. I'm faking it till I make it, right? But yeah.
Every stitch is getting better all the time.
Whoops, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm glad that fits. Yeah, this
Good
fits
job.
really nicely.
And nice stitch you got there. That zigzag stitch. The machine's working nice.
Yeah, the machine was kind of being funky in some spots, but it got on, and that's the important part. Hey, we have a Dodger for now. We have shade again.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
The back of my neck was starting to burn in the sun.
Yeah,
It's a very sunny day here.
exactly. All right, woohoo! I'm glad. Happy, happy. All right, so hopefully it's the last day for this Dodger. We've done all the zippers for the glass going through along the top of the Dodger, and now this morning I cut out all the trim work for along the bottom edge and along the back edge, and I'm just sewing those on right now. So yeah, these are all the pieces that I cut out this morning, and I already started sewing. I did the one side already, but this is the other side, so this is just the trim pieces for the back side. And yeah, hopefully, I think, put them all together and call it a day. the binding tape on the bias tape on the edge, which the Singer doesn't really like. It's not powerful enough for it, but it's getting it done. I'm just gonna have to do a lot of cleanup afterwards and some little bits of restitching, but yep, did the first side panel, and just making my way around. The final steps, which I can't believe it, but I'm pretty happy. Just putting the zipper on the part that will go on the panel towards the back, and then I just have to do the little attachments for the fasteners up front and the snaps, and that's it. Pretty happy. Alright, so the next step in the Dodger is, now that we've got it up, got the back zipper sewed on so it's all attached to the frame, gotta sew all the, the next step is I gotta install all the snaps and the common sense fasteners as well, so just the top sides of the common sense fasteners. But I also have to install the snaps along the bottom that connect to these here. So I've gone ahead and marked out where we think they need to go. Rui helped me by tensioning it on both sides, and gonna give it a shot. Cross my fingers we've got the right spots. Don't want to make nice new holes in my new Dodger. So this is it. This is a completed project. I am pretty ecstatic that I was able to do it. I mean, the only thing I wasn't able to do on my machine was the glass panels, but everything else came together and I'm pretty happy with it. It was a big project, probably tougher for my machine than for me, but I got it done, and yeah, we have a new Dodger. I'm so excited. The best part is now we can actually see out of these glass windows, which we couldn't before. These are the old ones, which are so yellowed and just so stained, and we couldn't do anything about them. They've been old, they've been sitting in the sun, so could never see out through this glass window in front. We used to zip up the front panel just to be able to see through, but now we can keep it closed and actually see through, so I'm pretty stoked about that. But yeah, it's done. I started all this sewing working on converting my mainsail cover to a stack pack,
but then converted to working on the Dodger while we wait for our Lazy Jack lines. There has been a lot of sewing going on these last few weeks on It's the Truth, as we also took down our bimini to redo that as well. It was a big dusty mess, but I got the pieces cut and my machine finally took its last breath. So now our lovely neighbors on Annie's Kite are letting me use their machine to finish off redoing the canvas on their boat. A number of other cruisers also offered to let me use their machine when mine quit mid-Bimini project. Hopefully I can afford a Sailrite one day, but for now, we will try and resuscitate my machine. Hope you all enjoyed this episode, and until next time, cheers!
Alrighty. So.
Alrighty.
All right now.
Alrighty.